everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Filian is in the news again today, at least my news today, because people are getting tired of hearing about her and her not coming out and not hearing any updates that are substantive when it comes to whether she's going to be back or not. People are just getting, I guess, Filian ARG fatigue or Filian news fatigue. Same as my community, you guys have mentioned many times, every single time I mention Filian, that you're just getting tired of the fact that she's not around and that there just seems to be little tidbits thrown here and there. Most recent bit of news was, the Filian Voices ad there, because recently she does have the wall up in Shibuya, and right now this is the ad that popped up. People was like, damn, pouring everything into this bit. Did we respect that? Some people are just like, too much hype for this nonsense. She's a VTuber, not some Hollywood actress. She get over this charade and stream like any other VTuber. If that is true, she's an effing narcissist. Like, girl, I promise you people are Shibuya don't give an F. This reminds you of Miku in the Colorful Stage movie. You are not Miku, it never will be. Well, not to mention the blue screen is fitting the URL. Which company did she join? Hololive and Niji. It's like, I'm going to be honest, I don't care about Filian. How can you say that? She's an influential VTuber. Yeah, no, very talented person. Do not care about her. She collabed with Doobie. Yes, very good VTubers. I do not care for her. She insists upon herself. That's one of the things that people have been putting out there. It has been shown also here. That's not apparently, if you look close, blue screen at the end has URL with Filian is lost. Here, I've already lost interest. The ARG is one of the worst marketing things in a while. Would argue the actual bad thing about it is that it completely misses Filian's target audience. I can see it working for some of the other VTubers. Nero-sama kept ARG alive for months without any input from Vito, whoever is in charge of the ARG. Filian has produced ADHD content. ARG is arguably the worst idea for this kind of audience. Remember people joking about Filian being in a definite hiatus because their fans wouldn't be smart enough and or have the attention span to solve the ARG. That was a few months ago. Reminds me when Keys in the Eye was announcing a return, assuming they had set up. The hype was pretty big when it started, people looking forward to seeing what would happen. But then 1 week passed without much new stuff, even hinting at a proper return date, 2 to 3 weeks, and it was still the same stream. At this point, people were already losing interest. I do remember because I did talk about that when people were losing interest in the Keys in the Eye thing. And she is huge. She is very influential in the VTuber community. I don't think there's a problem doing ARG like Filian or stream like AI did, but there's a point when it simply takes too much time to get solved or any actual news happen, and the hype dies down, which is what ended up happening here. People continue on, pacing is absolutely horrendous, nothing going on for weeks, even months even, for a show that ADHD on cocaine is completely off the mark. So yeah, people are just, having the same kind of sentiment. They're echoing the sentiment here, gone on for way too long, it's just annoying at this point. Really pointless. 99% of people won't care for the ad itself. They're just burning money on an ARG that could have been used on something actually useful for her return. Over here, we have Proctor Z saying kind of similar stuff here. Am I the only one who just completely sick and tired of hearing about Filian's stupid, pointless ARG? The entire thing has been gratingly irritating to me since it began, but now it's starting to be genuine despise of any mention of her on my timeline. I didn't used to dislike Filian. She's one of the only content creators who dared to platform people like Kersha. Wasn't a regular viewer, but she had genuine chemistry with many collaborators, and I can at least understand her appeal. But now I sincerely dislike her for insane months-long marketing stunt. Wouldn't care so much, except I know her abrupt and inexplicable disappearance concerned me and worried many people, and they were suddenly locked out of the loop. Some of whom were anticipating future participation in events she was planning. Some others were so concerned they spent large amounts of time trying to figure out if something terrible had happened to her, like a fatal accident or other disaster. If she actually does come back, I don't plan on making any commentary on it. She can do whatever she wants with her brand, and I'm not going to become a hater or anything cringe like that, but I'm sick of this whole situation. I will go as far to say it. She has taken advantage of her audience and significantly betrayed their trust in ways she is very, very lucky to have gotten away with so far. Personally, I think nothing she does after the return will fully make up for that, barring a genuine apology. Does everything you write have to be a novel? Yes. So why are you lying? There's no way someone could have been concerned about her disappearance without being an underage kid with lower IQ. She vanished with no warning, and the majority of people had no clue what happened. Pontiff says, it doesn't make any sense for anyone to think anything bad happened to her. She made it very clear in her last stream that the absence was entirely planned, as she's seen her ending in the stream with an edited video teasing my world. Most people don't watch her streams. It's very true, especially for, casual watchers. It could be very true that, it did worry people. Still, I do understand the frustration that people have. I absolutely understand how, the people are going against him, of course, but he's just letting his opinion be known. An opinion that, honestly, I have heard very much in my own community with you guys, that you guys are getting Filian fatigue, that you guys are getting frustrated that she's not showing up, that it's just, you know, it seems like it's dragging on way too long. ARG answers live with someone who can change the answer and are done with a goal in mind. You get delayed. The effort to being put into engage the viewer is better than the normal Vtuber indefinite hiatus or the Saba just effing out for months. It's likely she didn't have much choice in leaving. This was only supposed to last a few months. Got extended through delays and trying to meet escalating expectations. We don't know why it happened, but it did happen. People are, you know, attacking Proctor Z. They are, you know, saying that he's just spending too much time on this, but he is echoing a sentiment that a lot of people in the casual VTubing community, and just the regular VTubing community, not necessarily the Filian fans, the snackers, but people in the casual community are just getting frustrated with nothing being put out there, with nothing being done, according to what they're saying, nothing being done, and just this ARG that's going on for months now. You guys let me know what you think. You guys have let me know before. Just giving you guys this update, that letting you know, what you guys already know, that you guys aren't the only ones that are getting frustrated with this whole thing that's going on. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Cover had announced on June 21st that they were going to be having a new streaming system where they were going to target Mech Park and Hololive starting from June 24th. We will unveil this new system during each stream, so please look forward to it with anticipation. Moving forward, through the pursuit of streaming technology, we will continue development efforts to broaden the scope of VTuber activities. You know, and there's going to be doing that to try to make things better. And going to create even more problems. You're putting too much pressure. People are... real-time hee counter. People are wondering what it was. Someone popped up and saw that they were possibly going to be doing something to help them move. Since the Mechpot girls and Hololive girls can now move, looks like the new system is a software one. It might be like a PNG mover type of situation. For those people who don't know who Mechpark is a talent training project consisting of virtual YouTubers owned by Cover Corporation, kind of like a virtual talent academy type of thing. That's what they've been doing. At least that's what they've been pushing. Their members right now of Unit B are Yoinagi Neon, Reime Mira, Kiyosumi Lyra, of Akarora, Sayana, Rirara, and Hinami. I had covered them before. These are the main ones that you have here. Gonna take a look at one of the things here to see if there is some movement going on. Because this is something that they're going to be having eventually. Because right now, all they have is this. She's doing her piano stuff. All they have is a PNG. At least no movement as of right now. So it looks like they are going to be having something soon in regards to movement here. Can they wiggle now? Now so they can go steady with them. Looks like it might be something to help with like PNG movement. Something that they have designed themselves that is going to be something specifically for them. Whatever it is, I do wish them lots of luck. And I know that it is going to be something. It's going to have its issues. That's why they're doing it with Mech Park and Hololive, because that way they can go through it, they can test it out without the risk of it messing things up. Because if they try it out with the larger, Hololive branch, it could become an issue. My best wishes for them, and good luck as well. Eggy Weggy is a VTuber who I had spoken about when she originally came out with her app for neurodivergent folks like myself to kind of get help with, planning things and making sure that, they even gave you a kind of a thing for even if you want to get sponsors and all that kind of stuff, and, having yourself be able to do that kind of stuff. And they ended up getting a lot of, well, let's just say a lot of pushback from people here after it was found that not only did they vibe code it through ChatGPT, but there were different things in there that were risk for your personal safety and for your privacy, more privacy than anything. Yeah, this is the one that used AI for her work. At least that's what has been alleged here. It says, confirming she used Claude in her stance on it. The reason why you can't see anything from Eggy Weggy VT, as you can tell, as I mentioned here, she has protected her posts. You can't really see anything there. And you're going to take a look here. Confirming your use of Claude and her stance on it. Had to use Claude to figure out how the vidIQ worked and reverse engineer it to be free, as well as scrape tags from vidIQ, as it didn't have a public API, not through Claude or GPT. So she did use it there before. Feel free to block me and agree or disagree, but I will not be supporting this tool until it's either made entirely from scratch or revamped with a team of people specializing in their craft. I'll say it once, I'll say it again, FAI. Lastly, to add for clarity, I do not believe I do believe not all AI is bad. Gen AI is what we need to be against. Claude is Gen AI, period. We have here Taiga, which is someone who came out and started to put all this stuff here. As a person with a doctorate in comp sci, has been programming since I was in middle school, I beg you all to stop thinking the vibe coding is going to be enough. You should have hired an actual programmer if you haven't coded in a long time. Cybersecurity risk, use a blatant Claude. Looking at the GitHub is literally just a bunch of files slapped together in one folder or some S. It says here, I believe your ideas and intentions were not meant to be malicious, but I beg you to scrap this all and rewrite it from scratch without Claude, or at least hire a programmer or cybersecurity analyst before bringing it to the public and risking their safety with them not knowing how any of this works. Irresponsible and dangerous, especially code you cannot vet. On this note, you're against Gen AI for art, but not for mechanical technical purposes. Computer do computer things. Humans do human things. You do know that humans created computers, right? We created code. Modern computing, you have now, wouldn't have been possible without humans. So in your eyes, it's okay to replace artists. No, it's not okay to replace artists, but it's okay to replace programmers. Going on here, it says here at Google OAuth sign to bypass rate limits, co-authored by Claude, Opus 4.8. So that is some of the thing here that has been shown for some of the stuff there. And it says, I also believe there's a difference between Gen AI for art, creative endeavors, and AI for mechanical purposes, such as data scrubbing, programming fixes, etc. That is my personal belief, and this belief is the belief the program was built off of. Computers do computer things, humans do human things, and then, talking about the whole Claude situation. Down here, I'm going to say this as an addendum. I sat down, checked the cloner repos for projects on GitHub, and they're connected live to our Superbase DBs, databases, with sensitive info that users have put in. No properly set up auth for Superbase, key for public repo. Also saw she make creator OS hub pages for other users, but I was able to easily find sensitive info that said users have put into it, such as medical info. So yeah, don't use this or any of her stuff really. Security expert they hired to review the site also uses ChatGPT to write their tweets. So yeah, a lot of negative things happening there. And continuing on for things here. This is what they were putting here. Instead, others have attempted to reach out to her to address concerns. Instead of addressing this privately or publicly, she actively blocked the same people who wish to help with this passion project. I'm hoping Neo addresses this either privately or publicly. We have here, Eggy Weggy. I'm not going to get into AI debate with you, not because everything enabled to AI is evil. It should be avoided. Claude is regularly used in programming in the exact ways I used it, and it was literally trained by a senior developer. There also isn't a huge security risk on the site. Had it looked over by professional cybersecurity. We even had a double pass last night just to make sure. There's no personal information stored on the site, no passwords. It doesn't have to be Fort Knox in order to be safe, and use this as a massive fear-mongering for something that is nothing burger. So she's trying to push this aside. Didn't actually mean to find it, but simple HTTP smuggling. Vulnerability got me things I'm not supposed to be seeing, dude. Try to reach out, been trying to help for days, got blocked instead. Dumbass. Send it to me to prove it. Neo says here. And it has been proven by many people allegedly here. Here are several threads explaining vulnerabilities and concerns among other people who are confirming vibe coding is at play. Remember, if AI is used as a tool, then it should be okay to use AI to art to trace, right? I mean, I guess that's a stretch that can be made. Do not download the ADHD app from that VTuber, aside from CC misleading their AI usage. They are not a coder. There's a lot of security issues. And then here, my dude's Clanker assigned CSP with unsafe inline. This allows inline scripts to be run to exploit XXS. There's also a CRS misconfig. So a lot of things are misconfigured. A lot of things are these gets and everything like that can actually be hijacked according to these people. This is way higher than my pay grade. This is way more than what I'm used to. So yeah, a lot of things here, according to Anna Volpixia, is saying that all these things here are a big concerns for safety and security. Found this from another thread, but apparently the AI did more than assist. Yeah, it's scary. Expect it to be more common as people treat code the same way they do art. Your info is at risk. And down here, Weird how this isn't in their main thread. Apparently it was fixed. Honestly, I'm leaving the post up. This is one of those because you can doesn't mean you should kind of projects. You're not a coder. You should not be running something like this. And you know, the ADHD fixations. And while the coder fixed it, it was nice. They were dismantling user concerns while saying there were actual issues on the site. So instead of actually fixing things, allegedly, they were instead, attacking the people who are trying to help in this situation, and trying to, Neo is the one who's allegedly attacking other folks. Over here, it's like, yeah, it is just bad stuff going on all around, and, continuation of all the different threads here. Generally depressing how many people will believe anything they see on Twitter in regard to logic. I'm going to continue being outside. It's nice out there. Anna says, this is your dev responding to security concerns, by the way. But it's okay. Enjoy your day outside. You clearly deserve it after spending hours babysitting Claude AI. And point of my entire post is not concerning you, then you're welcome to use the tool. However, if you're already using the said tool, please consider deleting your account to start. So yeah, people are, saying it's not a big issue. It's becoming really a big issue. Having repeated history using Claude while claiming to not use AI within their facts is not a good look. And it says, we're confirming use of Claude down here as well. Feel free to block me. Things I covered before. And over here, do not put your private medical info in there. The ability to shut down the website from their phone. It gives people the ability to shut down the website from the phone, ability to view confidential medical information from users, the ability to scrub their entire platform for emails. And yeah, a lot of people have blocked Eggy because of the situation. And they allegedly have a history of gaslighting, allegedly. I don't want to see any of the VTubers' medical information leaked or privacy infringed upon because the creator is unable to accept that they shouldn't have been published being fully built off the back of Claude. It should have been double-checked, as what people are saying, at least it's by actual security researchers. User uses the actual website, and now they're blocking career programmers who are pointing out the serious flaws in their website. Please give Tiger's thread a read-through, which I just did. Original post, so you can make your own informed decision. They have blocked it. They have, basically locked everything behind what they have as their thing. Several examples can be found in the thread. The other things that I had mentioned here. Thread explains vibe coding and its dangers. Eggy Waggy says to be taking down the creator hub and no longer working on it because it's gone way too far. Blank threats. You're trying to dox people helping the project. Claiming my illness is fake. All this because I dare to try to help the community in a way you didn't enjoy. No one was forcing you to use the website. I never claimed to be a professional programmer or security professional. I appreciate all the people who were professionals who came to me in emails and DMs about the issue and tried to help. It means the world to me, truly. It was the first stranger who reached Neo was the first one, did everything I could as fast as I could to fix security issues, but if that's not good enough for y'all, then that's fine. Ultimately, I can't handle the bullying, harassment, etc. Proctor says, reality is the application was completely insecure, mostly coded by an amateur using AI. To be clear, I don't care the slightest that it was coded with AI, but they do care about the vulnerabilities. They claimed that they were being fixed, never provided any proof. People she blocked, including legitimately qualified coders, actively highlight concerns. So yeah, not once did she reach out to any of them for help. The only evidence that given that these concerns were being addressed was the random person with no credentials claiming they addressed them, and there's no actual proof. That's the main issue that people have. When people pointed out their public profiles showed no evidence of any coding knowledge beyond HTML, they also got blocked. Project was a complete disaster from start to finish. Legitimate potential it does have was ruined by this, what they're saying, and what they needed to do is take it down temporarily, get it checked by other coders, and then publicly have it verified that it is secure. And do any of that, Eggy chose to go on a blocking spree, complaining that everyone was against her for no reason, not professional or responsible behavior when the stakes involved were so high. Creators of this app were submitted potentially very compromising information to it, which was the reason why people are very angry about this. All this is very easily avoidable. Instead of being rushed to release, Eggy should have publicly asked testers to address the potential dangers involved from the start. And there should have been a testing phase. That's what people are saying, a beta phase of this. She should not have blocked anyone who should not be crying about harassment. Reaction to the claim of those threats, the same as always. Pixar, it didn't happen. A lot of people are that way, saying that maybe she's trying to gaslight people into thinking, or like, deflect with the talk of that whole stuff. Shame because some people clearly like the app and were interested in using it. Under the better leadership, this could have been a major boon to the ADHD community. As someone who suffers from it myself, I'm delighted whenever people take the time to try to do these things, but you cannot half-ass a project like this. Me included, are inherently more vulnerable to doxing than normal people because they are forgetful and impulsive and extremely trusting, as I am. Hope this whole incident serves as a lesson on what not to do and can be used to create a roadmap for future developers. Transparency, integrity, culpability, and extreme vigilance are requirements for all this type of stuff. Extensive personal archives of this incident. All will be compiled both on my website and Twitter. Be monitoring the situation if it occurs again. So yeah, that's the whole death threat thing. The fact that anytime that anyone was saying things, it was blocked. You don't do this. I was someone who absolutely was wanting the app to be successful. I wanted the app to be successful. I wanted things to be successful. I wanted things to work out. But you can't be the way that she has been. You can't be that way. Because that is going to destroy any goodwill that you had. Alicia de Lontano is a English-speaking VTuber who was a part of Globy's second generation. Now she is independent. She was able to keep all of her stuff, her full IP, and we're going through Twitter and everything to find that recently she did have a birthday, and she had a birthday stream. She had ASMR and other things, but we're going to be taking a look at this birthday stream specifically. Let's get to some announcements, some arts. These are the Booba mousepad.
Yeah.
2 different forms apparently.
The standard is a standard size. The jumbo is with more personality. Yeah. Happy birthday, thank you. And since we're here,
I'll take a look at jumbo versus standard.
let me zoom in properly.
Because she does have merch. She does have merch out.
Yes. So don't you worry. Like, the thing is, as I was saying, the fact that it was made for my birthday, actually, it was not something that I planned since the beginning. Okay.
So it was a spontaneous thing.
Where I'm gonna speed rig everything. Meanwhile, she's asking me questions from the perspective of someone that doesn't know how rigging works. Okay.
Oh, an off-guy, she's gonna be doing that. That's awesome. That's another good announcement that you have there.
Plus, there's gonna be a microphone and everything, so like that you can ask questions as well.
Very nice.
For the birthday wishes. Nope, it was too cute. Wait. In case, if you miss the context for the paddle. Okay. If you miss the context for the paddle, I had it in the announcement, right? Of course.
So yeah, she goes and she celebrates it with her community by the Kuro board. People just sharing their appreciation of her, the fact that they have helped. She's helped out in many situations. Like VTubers usually do. We are more of a comfort place. Well, I try to be more of a comfort place, and so does she. And that helps a lot of people out when it comes to what they can experience in the future, what they are experiencing, and how they can, hopefully it can give them a nice, peaceful place in their life where they can just relax. And big congratulations, big happy birthday to her, and I do wish her continued success. I have to run away from Binky, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake! Definitely gonna have to run away from Binky. That's another thing I'm gonna have to deal with eventually. Holy hell. Wait, what the hell happened to my... Something happened to my stream. It says 10 minutes now. Something fucking happened to my stream. Oh, what the hell. At least on the Twitch side something happened. It says excellent here. Alright, take care, Rivaldi. Sorry that it took me so fucking long to see. Take care, take care. I sprayed them, they have food. Okay, cool. Nice, I'm glad. Oh, fuck. Okay, that scared me. You little shit. Listen here, you little shit. Come over here. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Because you move. Ooh. I hate you already. This is why I inked you in the beginning. I knew you were gonna fuck with me. And you did. I hate you already. Oh my god. I fell for such a simple trick. Oh my god. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.